guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I created this makeup look right here, which I am obsessed with. Okay, I'm super obsessed with this one, you guys, because this is not like my typical makeup looks. Like, there's no cut crease, no nothing. We really blew out the shimmer, which you guys can't see it from this angle or from where I'm sitting right now because I'm so far from the camera, but there's actually shimmer everywhere, like even in the crease, which normally my crease is always completely matte. So I'm really excited, and I actually really do love the way this look turned out. So in today's video, we're going to be using the new Huda Beauty Naughty Nude palette. I did show you guys this eyeshadow palette when I did my Sephora haul, and so many of you guys requested a look with this palette. So honey, ask and you shall receive. So this is what the eyeshadow palette looks like right here, you guys. It is so gorgeous. I'm obsessed. The formula of this is out of this world. It is absolutely incredible. This palette is definitely a high price point. I'm so happy that I got it during the sale, but girl, is it actually worth the price point? Yes, it is. The formula is incredible. The shimmers in here, girl, I am mind blown. Like, Huda really does have an amazing eyeshadow formula. So I'm super excited to show you guys how I created this makeup look right here. And this look is perfection for this time of year, whether you want to wear something like this for Thanksgiving. Definitely the perfect holiday glam. I think that this is actually the look that I'm going to be wearing for Thanksgiving. I'm actually really obsessed with it. So we're also going to be using the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Stick Foundation. This is what the foundation looks like right here. I was so excited when I seen that she was launching a stick foundation. I love stick foundations. So I am wearing this on my skin today. You're going to have to wait to see my thoughts in the video, as well as her new primer. This is the Huda Beauty Water Jelly Hydrating Primer. I was also super excited for this. You guys know, girl, I love anything that says hydration, dewy, glowy. It is my jam. So we did test that out in today's video as well. And I've had this powder in my collection from her for a while. This is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder, and I got mine in the shade Pound Cake. I also have Banana Bread, but today I used Pound Cake, and this was the first time that I was using it in today's video as well, so I have a few thoughts on the powder. We're also using her concealer, which is one of my favorite concealers ever. Such a beautiful full coverage concealer. I'm using a Dior highlighter today, which is exciting. So we have a ton of new stuff in today's video. I really hope you guys enjoy it. Before we jump into today's video, please don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up. Don't forget, let me say that again. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you guys have not already. I post a new video every Monday and Friday, but for the past 3 weeks, I've been posting a video every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So girl, 3 videos a week. The consistency is there, honey. So make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. And as always, if you guys would like to see how I created this makeup look today, then just keep on watching. Okay, you guys, so jumping into today's look, I'm going to prep my eyelids, but honey, we're not using no P. Louise today, okay? I decided to switch it up a little bit. This is the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in the shade Light Beige. I love this. I used to use this all the time to prep my eyelids for shadow. I still use it this way, like to prep my eyelid when I'm not actually going to wear any eyeshadow, because it's just going to help to conceal any redness or any kind of veins you have on your eyelid. It's amazing. So moving into the palette, this is the Huda Beauty Naughty Nude. You guys, this palette is so gorgeous. I'm obsessed. And the first shade I'm going to be using is the shade called Arouse. And with this shade here, I'm actually just going to take this on a fluffy brush. This is actually the P. Louise brush that you guys seen me use in the P. Louise Worldy review. This is from the Worldy collection. I have been obsessed with this brush. So basically what I'm doing is taking that shade and just putting it in the inner part of my eye and really blowing it out, because this look is not to be too precise. It's supposed to look really nice and blown out. And then I'm going to go into this next shade, and this one is called Untamed. This is a really beautiful color as well, and I'm taking that same brush. I just kind of wiped it off in my color switch pan, and this color I'm actually going to put on the outer corner. So just like with the first eyeshadow that we used, you want to make sure this is super, super blown out. So I'm blowing it out on that outer corner, blowing it out into the crease. You want it to look as blended as possible, but you definitely want to make sure that you're building up that pigment. So this color was really beautiful, you guys. I really enjoyed it. And then the next shade I'm going to be using is a shade called Filthy. And I'm actually going to use this on a tiny but fluffy brush. And I'm just going to use this to go ahead and blend out all of that harsh lines, just to make sure everything looks nice and diffused. You guys know we don't like no harsh lines over here unless they're intentional. So yeah, you want to make sure that this looks nice and blown out and blended. So the next shade I'm going to jump into is actually the shade that we're going to put basically all over the entire eye. This right here is called Irresistible. You guys, this shimmer is so beautiful. So I started packing it on the lid, and then I was like, you know what? Let's pack this baby everywhere. I literally put it all the way, almost up to the brow bone, to be honest. I actually put it over that first shade, Arouse, that we used, and I loved it. So then I went ahead and went into the shade Spicy, and I'm just going to use this on the outer part of the eye because I want to make sure that it looks nice and kind of like sultry and smoky, but we're not using black shadow, you know, so you want to make sure it looks nice and pigmented. And I did also drag that color onto the lash line, and that's what's going to help give us almost like that burgundy eyeliner kind of look. But you just want to make sure everything is nice and blended. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm still using that P. Louise brush. So honey, if you have not tried a color switch pan or don't know what it is, definitely research it. It is such a lifesaver, especially if you're not someone who has a ton of brushes. You'll be able to get an amazing eye look without your eyeshadows getting super muddy and mixing together. So for liner, I'm going in with this Morphe eyeliner. This one is in the shade Tea Spill, and this color is so beautiful. It's like a dark brown, and I love this color, you guys. And this eyeliner is so good. It's also super matte. So I'm not doing a wing liner, but I am just putting it against the lash line because I kind of wanted to have a little bit of definition right where the lashes are going to be, just so that way it looks really nice and smoky. But I am going to go in with this shade right here, which is the second shade that we use, which is called Untamed. And I'm just going to take this on a flat definer brush and press it right over that eyeliner. And this is basically going to help it give it that burgundy effect, but because we have the brown underneath, it's really going to make it pop. So after I did that, I wanted to make sure that that line right there was nice and diffused. So I did go back in with Untamed again and just patted it right on the end of that eyeliner, just so that way it looks really nice and diffused, so you almost couldn't tell that there was a liner there. You know, you just want everything to look really blended for today's look. So after that, I just went back in, of course, as always, just to make sure everything is nice and blended and just perfect any little things that I thought needed perfecting. And that's it. This look was super easy and simple. So now I'm going to go ahead and prep my eyelashes for some falsies. This is the KKW Beauty Mascara, nothing new. And then I went ahead and popped on my falsies. These are the Bomb Lash Extension falsies in the Style Era. I love them. They're amazing and super affordable. I'll leave them down below. So let's move on to the face makeup, you guys. I was like, girl. First of all, I had a breakout, so we definitely need to cover that because we're not feeling her, okay? She needs to not be there. So for primer, we're going to be using the new Huda Beauty Water Jelly Primer. You guys, I do like the primer. I especially love the packaging. I love this clear packaging where you can actually see the jelly inside. And this primer was nice. It's not my favorite. When you put it on the skin, it's very slippery. It basically feels like you're rubbing water all across your face. So I definitely have to try it a couple times and I'll let you guys know my thoughts then. So moving on to foundation, I'm using the new Huda Beauty Full Filter Stick Foundation. I am going to be using two shades today because I do have two shades in her original foundation and they both match. So this shade right here is Custard, and Custard is a really nice color. And then this one here is Toasted Coconut. So the first swatch here is the shade Custard. Very pretty. It's definitely more of a neutral undertone and it matches pretty well. And then this one here is Toasted Coconut, which is very pretty as well. So I decided to just mix the two because they both match perfectly and they were nice. I will say with this foundation, it doesn't have amazing coverage. It's more of a medium coverage. I would say even medium to sheer, I would say. It's a very, very natural foundation. So if you don't like that kind of look, you are not going to like this. I did build it up and it did build up really nicely, but it was still not full coverage. And this is me contemplating my life because I'm like, damn, I really wish I had on full coverage, but it's okay. Moving on to the LA Girl Pro Conceal. I actually used this to cream bronze, and let me tell you something. I hate this. This took forever to blend out. Like, no one has time for this. I started blending it with the brush. This is the Fenty Beauty brush, and it was just not going anywhere. I had to go in with my beauty blender and actually press it into the skin. That was a no for me. So for concealer, I'm using the Huda Beauty, the Overachiever Concealer. Mine is in the shade Nougat. It is the perfect shade for me, the perfect amount of brightness, and this concealer, girl, is bomb. It is full coverage. So after I ended up putting on the concealer, I feel like the concealer and foundation went really well together. Because the foundation didn't have as much coverage, the concealer kind of made up for that, and it was just beautiful. The combo of these two is perfection. So I do recommend the foundation if you're going to be using the concealer. So for powder, I'm using the Huda Beauty powder. I believe this is called her Easy Bake powder, and this one is in the shade Pound Cake. You guys, this powder is amazing. It is so good. I love it. It is so nice. It's so smooth on the under eye. It is amazing. So I did go ahead and set my face with that. The only thing is it did have a strong scent. So if you don't like scented products, you might not like this powder. So moving on to setting the rest of my face, I just quickly went in with my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Medium. And then I'm using this right here, girl. I thought this was my Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark Tan, and this ended up being Gimme Sun. And I was looking in the mirror like, dang, why is it taking so long for me to build up this color? And it was because it was the wrong one. I meant to use Dark Tan, but right here I'm using Give Me Sun. And Give Me Sun is nice. I used to love this one, but Dark Tan is my jam. It's a little bit deeper than Give Me Sun. So moving on to this Jouer blush palette. I've had this in my collection forever and have not tried it. I'm using that shade right there. It's a super pretty pinky peachy color, and these blushes were gorgeous. I have been using them since this video and I love it, especially that bright orange. It was stunning. And I'm using a stippling brush to go ahead and apply that. That one is from Sigma. So moving on to highlighter, I'm using the Dior Skin Nude Luminizer. This one is in the shade 03. You guys, this highlighter is freaking gorgeous. It is a high-end bougie brand, so I was like, is it really necessary? Honey, it's necessary. It is such a gorgeous highlighter. I was shocked because I couldn't believe how blending it was. It was really pretty, but it was still like skin-like, and it still made you look like you were glowing from within. I love it. So I went ahead and, of course, put highlighter everywhere I like to. And then I just went back in with my blush brush just to make sure everything was nice and blended. And that was basically it for the face. So let's go ahead and move on to the lower lash line. So I'm going to be starting off with the shade Untamed. And I'm going to be taking that on a flat definer brush and really pressing it super close to the lash line. You really want to make sure you pack on this color. And then I'm going to go in to the shade Rough. And this color is really beautiful. It's kind of like a tan shade. And I took it on a pencil brush and kind of just diffused that first shade. And then, of course, I went back just to build up the intensity so everything looks really nice and smoky. So for the inner corner, I did go in with this shade right here. It's called Shameless. This is a really beautiful color. And I put this shade right into the inner corner just to give a little bit of shimmer and really lighten up that area. Super gorgeous. It did give me a little bit of fallout, so I did go in with my brush and just go ahead and wipe that away. It was nothing crazy, but I just wanted to let you guys know. So for my waterline, I'm using the Rimmel Scandal Eyes eyeliner in the shade Nude. This is my favorite nude waterline pencil. It's amazing, super creamy, and it does not tug on the eye. And then, of course, to finish off the eyes, I'm going to go in with some bottom lash mascara, and this is the same KKW Beauty mascara. It's amazing. I love it. So moving on to the lips, I'm using my KKW lip liner in the shade Nude number 2. And I'm just going to go ahead and line my lips as usual. If you guys are new to my channel or seeing this video of mine for the first time, and this is the first video that you've seen, you guys, this lip liner is so bomb. If you haven't tried it, you need to. It's the perfect nude and it goes with so many different lipsticks. So for liquid lipstick today, I'm using the Smashbox Always On liquid lipstick in the shade Fair Game. This is one of my favorite colors that they make. It's more of like a pinky nude. It's really, really beautiful. It's one of my faves. If you haven't tried it, girl, you need to try it. And then I wanted to go in with the Huda Beauty lipstick. This is her matte lipstick in the shade Prom Night. It's a really beautiful pink, but I didn't want to make the lips too pink, so I kind of just like patted it on the lips, if that makes sense, and only in the center. And it was really pretty, but girl, I've been obsessed with gloss lately, and specifically this gloss. This is the Madison Beer and Morphe gloss in the shade Mercury. Such a beautiful gloss. It is so juicy. I love it. And it's actually on sale right now on Ulta's website, so definitely check it out if you guys are on the market for a really nice nude gloss. It makes every lipstick look good. It's amazing. So now it's time for setting spray. I'm going to be using this Huda Beauty Glow Coconut Setting Spray. This is a nice setting spray. Is it one that I reach for often? No, it's not, but I do have it in my collection. And the spritzer on this setting spray is really nice as well. I actually really did enjoy it. It really did hold on to my makeup all day. So now I'm going to go ahead and just fan it down with my BABYYYYY fan. I love this fan. You guys always ask about it, and I got it from the BABYYYYY website. It's amazing. And then every time I go in with setting spray, I like to go back in with my highlighter and just hit those high points where I know the light is going to hit, and it really gives you that beautiful reflection, and I'm obsessed. You guys, this Dior highlighter, you need it. Okay, it's beautiful. So that basically completes today's makeup look. How easy was this look? Super easy, you guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching as always, and of course I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.